if you're using a task manager and it's not simple to get things into it, like if you run across a website or something and it's hard to get something into it, I would switch right away. I tried to use a couple different task managers at one point that they simply made it difficult to get information into the system, and I simply can't have that. Well, one of the ways that OmniFocus allows us to enter that information into their system, into the database, is using the built-in share sheet that we run across in Safari or any other application where the share sheet functionality is built into it. So from the Mac side of things, say I'm looking at this awesome website here, and I want to clip this into OmniFocus for later. I want to be able to use it. I want to come back to it for whatever reason. I can go up here to the share sheet. If I click on that, I'll notice that OmniFocus doesn't show up here. And I can make it show up here by hitting More. And you let this come up, and then you'll notice here that OmniFocus, if I check that off, and then I can close my preferences, go back to Safari, and then we'll pull this up, and now I've got OmniFocus as a place to share that. If I click on that, it pulls up this fancy little dialog where I can enter in anything I want about it, and I can come back to this site. So if I hit check out this site, I click on post, it's gone. So now let me switch over to OmniFocus, and then we go to the inbox here. I will see that it says check out this site. If I highlight that and open up the notes for it, I will see that it has collected that URL and added it to the notes field for that task. Pretty handy. I don't do this a whole lot on the Mac side. Every once in a while I will. I don't do it as frequently simply because I've got a couple other ways that I will collect information into OmniFocus on the Mac, but it is one that occasionally I use simply because it's quick and it's easy, so it's not too difficult to work with. Now, the flip side of that is iOS, where I do use the share sheet functionality to get things into OmniFocus fairly frequently. I'll run across websites, I'll run across design elements that I like that I don't really know what else to do with, so I'll either grab screenshots, drop them into a Dropbox inbox, or more often than not, I will just share sheet it right into OmniFocus. So if I'm looking at, say, the Bookworm website here, and I hit the share sheet, I can tap on OmniFocus because I've already got it added to my share sheet, which is similar to the process we did on Mac. It's pretty easy to do. And in this case, I rarely do anything other than just hit save. I could edit the title, I could edit the project in context, but I just know me, I'm better off just hitting save, and then I'll come back and clear out my inbox at a later time. So if I were to switch over to OmniFocus and let's pull up that inbox, I will see not only the one that I added on the Mac, but I'll also see the one I just added here. Again, if I go into that and check out the note field, I'll see that the URL that was on the website is saved there as well. That's really, from websites, that's pretty much the only way I ever use the share sheet. Any other data or other information typically ends up in Dropbox for me. So if it's a URL of some kind, that's when I'm going to drop it into OmniFocus because I can always just click the link from my inbox and then go do something with it from there. So it's pretty handy for me to just do it that way and try to leave it as simple as I can.